Hello everyone, this is Persephone, and today I think you are ready for the big news, and that is that all femdom is essentially bullshit. What do I mean by that? There is a small percentage of men who just see what we do online as what it is, a sex interaction with a sexy lady that helps you in lonely and horny times, and then you get on with your day, because I can't be more graphic, it's YouTube. But also, there is a percentage of 75% of men that get hurt by femdom because they try to make it something that it's not real. You cannot have a relationship that is real with someone you're paying to be with you. I never expected that I would have to explain this to grown men, but here we are. And the inspiration for this video came from a sub who messaged me, and he's in his 60s. And he was devastated because he said he can't get women don't like him, he can't keep women. And when I just asked some questions to find what's going on, because he was really in a bad shape, he started saying that he's 63 or 64 and he was paying a mistress who is in her 30s to be his girlfriend. And when that quote-unquote girlfriend found a guy with more money, she left him. And he was blaming himself and saying that he's not good at sex and he is not good enough to keep a woman. And I told him, you weren't keeping that woman to begin with. She wasn't into you. She was there for the money, and when a better opportunity arrived, she went elsewhere. Do you know what happened? He deleted me from Skype. I want to emphasize here, and consider this tough love, that hot young women want hot young men. Or women in their 30s, maybe they're going to date a guy who is in his 40s, but they're okay, even 50s if you are Elon Musk or if you have kept yourself very well. I'm talking about dating here, not paid prostitution. But they're not going to be into a guy in his 60s. You have to be really the exception in so many ways. And even then, even old famous men end up with gold diggers. So when I say that, I become the bad guy. But the AI revolution is upon us, and I believe it's time to get on with the times and to have some common sense. Authentic relationships aren't being formed if you pay to insert yourself into someone's real life. After years of doing this, I've realized that my favorite type of beta men are those that they contact me, we have a session, and each of us parts ways. I don't want random people to use money to try to infiltrate my life using roundabout methods. Like, what are you paying for exactly? The lack of compatibility, the lack of sexual attraction. And this is not the only case of a sub who does this. I have so many of them constantly whining. Being a beta doesn't mean that you are psychotic. You know this, right? It's not the first time that I say it. So I'm going to solve this problem for you. You have three options. Option number one is to die alone. I do not recommend. Option number two, which I said to this sub before he deleted me, is to lower your standards and find women that they are on your league. Because if you're in your 60s, last time I checked, this planet still has women in their late 50s and their 60s that you're going to have more in common with, and they're not going to expect you to be Machine Gun Kelly. But of course he doesn't want them. He says they're too old. The paradox of a man who is old and he sees people the same age as him as unacceptably too old. This is the dumbest form of ageism. And if you say, Persephone, did you see that research where 65-year-old grandpas want 18 barely legal women? I saw it. These women will never want you, and you can keep opening your wallet to them so they can try to gag later with their friends and make fun of you. So if you don't want to lower your standards, the third choice is going to be AI girlfriend. If you save $7,000 to $10,000, you will be able to get in a few years a fully customizable robot that is going to be programmed to love you until we get into Terminator mode, then she's going to kill you, I don't know. But then again, any girlfriend can actually kill you if she really wants to get rid of you, so you don't really risk more than that. And it's going to be money well spent because she's not going to go with the neighbor if the neighbor has more money. She's going to be programmed to be yours. I do not insert paying a human mistress to like you anymore because we've been toiling away at this for years. I have heard literally thousands of stories about the mistress who retired at the farm, the mistress who disappeared, the mistress who got married, the mistress who had a child, the mistress who one day didn't want to be in the scene anymore. All of these mistresses were either fake or they weren't into you to begin with.